You don't panic because you're bad at football. You panic because your brain is late. Think about the last time you lost the ball under pressure. An opponent sprinted toward you. You took an extra touch. You looked up. And before you knew it, the ball was gone. Most players walk away from moments like that thinking, I need better ball control. I need better dribbling. I need better technique. But what if I told you that in many cases, your technique isn't the real problem? Because I've seen players with incredible skills panic the moment pressure arrives. And I've seen average players look unbelievably calm while surrounded by opponents. So what's the difference? Why does one player look rushed while another looks like they have all the time in the world? The answer has almost nothing to do with what happens after you receive the ball. It starts before you receive it. And once you understand this, football starts feeling easier. Not because the game slows down, but because your mind speeds up. Most players believe pressure starts when the ball reaches their feet. That's wrong. Pressure starts much earlier. Here's what usually happens. A player checks toward the ball, receives a pass, looks up, sees an opponent, then tries to decide what to do. At that moment, it's already too late. The mistake isn't poor decision-making. The mistake is making the decision too late. Football is not a game of reactions. It's a game of preparation. The players who seem calm under pressure aren't magically better at thinking. They've simply done most of their thinking before the ball arrives. That's why they look relaxed. That's why they look composed. And that's why football feels easier for them. The problem isn't pressure. The problem is surprise. The moment pressure surprises you, panic begins. And that leads us to the hidden habit most players never develop. The hidden habit that makes football feel easier is simple. Information gathering before possession. Not scanning because a coach told you to. Not randomly looking around. Actually collecting useful information before the ball arrives. Watch elite midfielders. Before they touch the ball, they're constantly checking their surroundings. Not once, not twice. Repeatedly, they're building a mental map. Who's behind them? Where's the pressure coming from? Which teammate is free? Which space is opening up? By the time they receive the ball, they've already seen the answer. The touch simply executes the decision. Most young players do the opposite. They receive first, then search for information, then try to decide, then panic. The difference sounds small, but in football, 1 second is everything. And when you're missing information, every opponent feels faster. Every situation feels harder. Every decision feels rushed. The issue isn't that football is too fast. The issue is that you're processing information too late. Lesson 1. Stop watching ball time. This is one of the biggest habits holding players back. Many footballers spend most of the game staring at the ball. They watch the pass, watch the dribble, watch the defender. Watch everything happening directly around the ball. But football rewards awareness, not attention. Think about it. The ball only matters when you're interacting with it. The rest of the time, information matters more. Let's say you're a central midfielder. The ball is with your center back. Most players stare at the ball waiting for a pass. Smart players are doing something else. They're checking nearby opponents, checking spaces, checking teammates, checking potential passing lanes. So when the pass arrives, they already know what comes next. 1 touch, 2 touches, pass, move, done. No panic, no hesitation. The next time you play, challenge yourself. Every few seconds, look away from the ball and gather information. At first it feels uncomfortable. Then it becomes automatic. And when it becomes automatic, pressure suddenly feels smaller. Lesson 2. Decide early. Adapt late. One reason players freeze is because they try to find the perfect option after receiving the ball. Football doesn't work like that. The best players often have a preferred decision before the ball arrives. Then they adjust if necessary. Imagine a winger receiving near the touchline. Before the pass arrives, they've already identified 3 possibilities. Option 1. Attack space. Option 2. Combine with a fullback. Option 3. Recycle possession. The decision isn't fully locked in, but they're prepared. Most players wait until possession arrives before thinking about any options. That delay creates stress. Stress creates hesitation. Hesitation creates mistakes. The goal isn't to predict the future. The goal is to arrive prepared. When you start doing this, you'll notice something interesting. You stop feeling rushed, because your brain isn't starting from zero every time. Lesson 3. Your first touch is actually a decision. Many players train first touch incorrectly. They focus only on controlling the ball. But control isn't enough. Your first touch should solve a problem. Let's say pressure is coming from your right shoulder. A safe first touch might take the ball left. A progressive first touch might eliminate the defender entirely. The touch isn't random. It's connected to information gathered earlier. This is why scanning and first touch are inseparable. One creates awareness. The other applies it. Think of your first touch as the first move in a chess game. It's setting up everything that comes next. Players who panic often use their first touch to stop the ball. Players who stay calm use their first touch to escape pressure. That's a huge difference. Lesson 4. Create time before why. Oh, you need time. Here's something most players misunderstand. The best footballers don't have more time. They create more time. Imagine two midfielders receiving the same pass. The first stands still, receives pressure immediately, has no options, feels trapped. The second moves 2 or 3 yards before receiving, checks their shoulder, opens their body, receives on the half turn. Suddenly, it looks like they have acres of space. Same field, same opponents, different preparation. Movement before possession creates freedom after possession. The easiest way to beat pressure isn't always with skill. Sometimes it's with positioning. The smartest players solve problems before they appear. That's why they look calm. Lesson 5. Pressure is information. This idea changed how I viewed football. Most players see pressure as a threat. Elite players see pressure as information. If a defender sprints toward you, they're revealing something. The space they're leaving behind. The passing lane they're abandoning. The area becoming vulnerable. Pressure doesn't just take options away. It creates options too. But you'll never see those options if panic takes over. The next time a defender closes you down, ask yourself, what is this pressure telling me? Where is the space now? What has changed? That small mindset shift can completely transform how you see the game. Now let's make this practical. For your next training session, focus on one simple objective. Not scoring, not dribbling, not impressing anyone. Information. Every time the ball is elsewhere, gather information. Check your shoulders. Observe opponents. Notice teammates. Build the habit. During small-sided games, try this challenge. Before every reception, identify one likely action. Just one. Maybe you'll pass forward. Maybe you'll turn. Maybe you'll play back. The goal isn't being right every time. The goal is arriving prepared. Then add another layer. Start paying attention to your first touch. Ask yourself, did my touch create a better situation? Or did it simply stop the ball? Finally, review your matches differently. Most players watch highlights. Watch moments where you lost possession. Pause the video before the mistake. Ask, what information did I miss? What could I have noticed earlier? Was the mistake technical? Or was it informational? You'll be surprised by how many errors happen before the ball even arrives. Here's the biggest lesson from this video. The calmest players aren't necessarily the most talented. They're often the most prepared. Football can feel chaotic, fast, overwhelming. But the players who thrive under pressure have developed a different relationship with the game. They don't wait for situations to happen. They anticipate them. They don't react late. They prepare early. And that's why they appear composed. So if you've always believed that pressure means you're not technical enough, or not talented enough, or not confident enough, consider another possibility. Maybe you're simply gathering information too late. Because panic isn't usually a ball control problem. It's an awareness problem. Fix that, and something incredible happens. The game starts feeling slower. Decisions become clearer. Confidence becomes more natural. And pressure stops feeling like an enemy. It becomes something you can handle. One situation at a time. One scan at a time. One decision at a time. If this video helped you see football differently, subscribe for more football improvement content focused on what actually changes performances on the pitch. not just what looks good in training. And remember, the players who look calm under pressure aren't seeing less. They're seeing more.